Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday morning and I am so freaking sick. My tummy decided to go and say bye-bye this morning. It's actually been kind of messing with me yesterday too. Yesterday evening it started to bubble and feel painful and it's been really bad this morning. Also I have hardly slept. Might be the reason why it's bad this morning. My palpitations came back with a vengeance last night. So every time that I almost fell asleep, I had palpitations that woke me up. So at like 3 o'clock in the morning, or no, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I went up because I know that me not sleeping is disturbing Christopher's sleep and I didn't want to disturb him more. So I went up and I sat here fiddling with my mobile for like 1.5 hours or something, and then it wasn't possible anymore, so I went back to bed and I did fall asleep finally. But yeah, rough night, really rough night, and painful tummy this morning. So, grumpy mood. I won't be working today because I don't feel good at all. I just gonna take it easy, see what I can do. I have no clue what to do. I did a couple of lines of knitting, but the yarn I'm knitting with is so freaking hard, so tough to knit with, just because it's a more chunkier yarn. And I think it won't be enough yarn to finish off that piece. So, yeah, I kind of want to put an order in for some other yarns, but we'll see. I have to go through my yarn boxes first, but yeah. Good morning, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. For the Essie calendar, because I opened my calendar, I got this. It's called Tassel Shaker. And it is a glitter nail polish with like striped glitter. It looks a little bit like tinsel glitter or something like that. And it's like gold and kind of sort of peachy. I don't know. It has 2 balls in it. I just realized when turning it over. It's probably not my favorite one of the ones that I got. I'm considering putting together a care package for the nail polish that I won't be using, because I feel it's better to give away those than keep them. And this might actually be one of them that would be into the care package, because I don't know, I have a thing about because I have another polish that has this kind of glitter, which I bought last year, which is one of the OPIs, and it was the kind of OPI release around December last year, and it has these, and they kind of have a tendency to end up being at the end of your nails, so you have these little pieces, almost like having cat ear coil in it, which is just annoying. So yeah, we'll see. I do have to try it though, I think. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Thinking about maybe remaking my nails today, but they haven't shipped yet. I don't want to remake them when they haven't shipped yet. Last night, when I couldn't sleep, I did what I usually do when I can't sleep due to health things, is I do Google research. Yeah. I kind of... First, I looked into kind of the cortisone withdrawals, but apparently it's a big thing, and apparently it's not something doctors talk about. When I looked into this, I discovered that there is a lot. I don't know if they do it in Sweden, but in the States, you actually get cortisol tablets for things like hives from poison ivy and stuff like that, and apparently that's not that good. I use hydrocortisone on my rashes when I get really, really bad rashes in my face. I use some hydrocortisone because that will kind of make it clear up, but in very little amount, only at night time and stuff like that. But apparently you can use intravenous cortisones to do that too, and people get that. But anyhow, so there's a lot of people writing about it on different forums about cortisone withdrawals and what kind of symptoms they are going through and such. And there are a few things that I am going through that just doesn't fit, but I don't know if it's the stress from going down from cortisone or that are worsening my other symptoms or what is going on. But anyhow, one of the things I was looking at yesterday was kind of what can I do to reduce this myself, you know, not taking any pills or anything, but what can I do, like home remedies. And when you look at home remedies, you have to be careful, especially if you have like chronic illnesses like I do. Like for lupus, a lot of the home remedies that you get out there are kind of contraindicationary with lupus. There's a lot of things you're not allowed to eat that they recommend you eat. So you always have to kind of listen to have all the facts when you go into a home remedy. One of the things I found, oh, that was a whiny thing. One of the things that I found was that I shouldn't drink as much caffeine as I do, because the caffeine makes your adrenal glands trying to produce like the stress hormone, which is the cortisol, and that only makes it harder on your adrenal glands when they try to kind of kick into gear and stuff. So I have to reduce my caffeine intake. So I'm going to go into drinking a little bit of tea, because tea has a much lower caffeine in them, and I need something warm to drink. And yesterday, or not yesterday, but the day before, I think, when I was buying groceries, might have been yesterday. I just not, days have a tendency to just go into each other. I bought a celestial tea called Dirty Chai. So that is what I'm drinking right now. I had a little bit of milk and cream into it and a little bit of honey, and I'm gonna see if it is a good tea or if it's one of those I just put on pile, which happened a whole bunch. But yeah, I think I'm going to see what is happening at the office. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Not a lot, but a little bit better. So I'm going to see what's happening there, and then we'll see what the rest of the day will be. I'm getting a little bit kind of climbing on the walls. I don't feel good. I have a fever and I'm all tired, but I need to do something. I can't just stare in front of me for the rest of the day. So I changed my glasses into my everyday glasses, and then I have picked up a whole bunch of things to do here in the kitchen. I do get to sit down a whole bunch because I don't feel good, but I really wanted to try this as the zippers came yesterday. So I have my zippers. I'm going to do a knitting bag. I'm following a pattern from something called Betty Makes, but basically you can find that pattern everywhere on the internet. So I'm not, and I don't follow it religiously. I'm just kind of, oh, this is how I do it. But basically I'm going to use the same kind of corners that everyone uses for their bags. But I'm modding it because the fabric I have, in Sweden, we get fabrics basically in two widths, either 30 or 55 centimeters. Don't know why, because you usually buy it by the meter, so maybe doing it in half meters or meters would be awesome, but no. We have it in 30 centimeters. Which means this bag is kind of dimensioned to be for 13 inches. And 30 inches is about 33 to 34 centimeters. So I'm
having a little bit, it's a little bit, or it's even 35. But anyhow, so that this means that it will be a little bit slimmer, and I have to kind of mod all the measurements to fit that, but it will be as high as any. So I started out with my outer fabric, which is going to be this beautiful heart one. I actually know that these isn't the perfect match, but I thought they could be kind of cool to have these pink zippers for it, and you only see the zipper for a little bit of it, so I thought, okay, so I'm doing 2 at a time because the fabric allows 2 of them, so I thought, why not? And then I'm gonna use this as the inner fabric, and then I have a little bit of a bias seam for the edges of the zipper, but also for like a little pulley. So I am doing the preparations. First I am ironing. I've ironed on this because this is an iron-on interfacing that have a little bit of a foam. So it has these dots. It's called Flisseline, or yeah, Flisseline or something like that. The company that makes it called Flisselina, and I buy it on my local fabric store. I don't go there so often, but I bought I think 2 meters last time, so I can use it for every little bag that I see fit. But I have that, and then I have so that is going to be ironed on. This fabric is ironed on, so I'm gonna have 2 identical bags basically. So when I'm doing this, there's a few things to think about when you iron on things. First of all, how you do it, what degree you have your iron on and everything will say on top of your little fabric. And in my case, I'm doing it on the kind of number 2, if you can see it there. And first I put the Flisseline, I can do it with the other one. Put this on first and have those little kind of bumps, you see, on top, so they are facing upwards. Then I'm going to take the fabric that I'm using, and I'm going to put that on so it fits perfectly. I'm not going to fiddle with it, but that is how I do it. Then I take this, which is a piece of just cotton, and I have used my spray bottle and sprayed water on it, and then scrumpled together so it's all damp. And then you'd put that on top of this and you iron. And you do that for several reasons. One being that you don't want to dampen your fabric yourself when it's gonna adhere to this things. The wetness of this will, as that water will disappear first, you won't burn your fabric, even though you have to have it, because you have to have it about 15 seconds. And I just go very, very slow, but I should count 15, 15, 15, 15 to make it adhere perfectly. But yeah, that is the start of my little bag. And kind of the second part is that I haven't cut perfectly on my, these aren't perfectly cut to line up. And by actually having that on top, I don't get the glue on the iron, and that is very important. You want to keep your iron clean. This is my iron. It's a Philips Mistral, and I had it for 10 years. Yeah, I'm old. God, I had it for more than 10 years. I just realized it because I got this. I got the ironing board and the iron basically when I started to date my boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend. So that is back in like 2001. So this is, oh, it's 15 years old. Gosh, but it works fine. It works fine. I have no use of a new one. That works perfectly fine. So yeah, I'm gonna do some ironing. Every time I go to move my fabric, the little over fabric I have here, I make sure to spray it with new water and kind of sprinkle it up again, so that I always have a damp fabric when I'm doing my ironing, because that is awesome. We're a little bit further into the project. One of the things you do with your you fold your fabric over, so it's folded, and then you cut small rectangulars out. These are going to become the bag, like so that you have a wider bottom on your bag. But this is how they look at the moment. I have all the pieces. And then I have my seam, and right now I'm gonna fix my little zippers. So what I want to do is I want to cut 2 pieces of this homemade seam binding, which is made in the inner side of the bag. And I want to cut it to be as wide as my zipper. So I want 2 of those, and then a 2-inch for the sides. And as I'm doing 2 bags, I'm hoping to actually get that out of this one. So then it becomes 4 as wide as the zipper, and then 2 of the 2-inch. It is time for me to head to bed, and I'm sorry that I kind of in the middle of the tutorial stopped. Christopher got home, and he started with turning on the TV, and then we had dinner, and I just ended up finishing up both of them. So here is my new baggies. They are going to go in the store, actually both of them, because I thought that would be great. I'm going to do a couple for myself too, but these are going in the store. These are sock sized. I probably will make them a little bit higher to fill for like shawls and stuff, but I really like the size. And there are so in the future, I'm thinking I'm gonna go and look at more thread or more fabric, and maybe I will make them a little bit wider, because they can be about 1 inch wider with these zippers, so I might actually do that. And I'm also kind of considering actually ordering new zippers immediately, because this was fun and this went very fast, and I won't have any zippers left soon. I also kind of figured out when you cut these down, you got these little rectangulars. I thought maybe I do something with them. As it happens, I'm saving the rest of it, but as it happens at this specific moment, I actually don't have a matching fabric. There goes so much fabric into these that I didn't have enough fabric to make the bias things for the rest of for those little things that I was thinking about. But I have ideas of mini needle books, like super mini needles books, very, very simple, which you can just put a couple of needles and have needles with you. Actually got another idea now when I'm talking to you, to help you store your needles that you buy from me. Yeah, I got an idea. I will try that out. Not today and probably not tomorrow. Everything will be, depends. I started to feel better towards the evening, even though I did and do have a fever. So I'm hoping that my body will allow me to sleep tonight, and if it does, I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. So I'm gonna actually go in to work tomorrow. I was planning to go in whatever because I need to get some medication, but I don't have that medication in my stash. So that kind of sucked. I just realized that it's Wednesday today, and I thought it was Thursday. I think it's Wednesday anyhow. Yeah, it's Wednesday today, and I thought it was Thursday. That's kind of one day extra this week. But yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get into work tomorrow so I can work in-house today and on Friday. It feels more comfortable. I don't know. And I've been feeling I need to get out of the house. I need to get the work done. But yeah, new nice baggies. As you can see here, they have a pretty good wide bottom. and they have a pretty nice fabric. These little hearts and dots. I think and the fabric inside, oops, is this, which is this kind of pink weave of some sort. I actually realized that the tab is on the wrong side, but you can have a tab on that side too. It actually doesn't matter which side you put the tab, it's a tab, but yeah, the bags are done. Hope you like them. Now I'm heading to bed, so good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye!